the back of a fireplace in what was called the Heritage Room. And this room here, if I can get a light on, was actually the room where the casket was, right there. That's where the casket stayed. And they had where the flowers went right here, the flowers over there, and a light that shone on the casket. And then this wall was gone, and it was open to what's called the Heritage Room. This is the actual old front door of the mortuary. It's been closed for 100 years, and we'll continue to close it. This room that we're in is the chapel, actually, where the services were held. And it's a pretty nice room. You really can't tell much from here, but we're gonna put all new lights in. Well, it'll be completely changed in about 4 weeks. This will be a new room, but this is what the Heritage Room looks like. This fireplace that we're gonna put a new front on, and this is a section where the wall is now. There wasn't a wall, and that's where the caskets were. And this is where the actual speaker gave eulogies and did the service. And the walls, the doors here, this exterior door, you can't probably tell, but it's pretty wide. The reason why, obviously, you get the caskets through. Then we'll have couches and sitting area. The windows are all curved windows that they are out into the outside. You can see you can't see it, but the ceilings are all sculpted a little bit, and it's really quite pretty. We're going to leave that. We're going to repaint it, but we're going to leave the ceilings the way they are. It's really quite nice. A lot of nice detail work that we will have either brought back to the original wood, or we might just leave that painted because it really looks pretty nice the way it is. Typical of the heating furnaces, registers that we have throughout the place. They don't work, but they're just used for, to remember what the old building looked like when they were in use. And they're pretty nice. They look like they're a brass, and they're pretty much throughout. They're all engraved. I don't think you can see it very well. Let's see if you can see it up close. Yeah, sorta. And not really, but they're pretty nice. They're pretty much around the whole place, and it's going to really be pretty. This is our front door, actually the front door of the mortuary. This is where Trevor's working right now to his last stage of his work. He'll be done by next week. He'll be out of here. But in the meantime, this is the entryway of the original mortuary. I think we're going to keep it closed. We won't be using it as an entryway, but that's what it is. We're now walking into the Heritage Room, which has been painted as of yesterday. The woodwork there that Trevor has finished, that was all white 100-year-old pieces of wood that were really ugly. Coats and coats and coats of wood. But it's going to be a nice room in about 2 weeks. It's going to be really very pretty. But that's what it is right now. It's called a Heritage Room. It's going to be our conference room, chairs, couches, and kind of a little different than what it looks like today. We've redone the fireplace. That was done last weekend and then finished up over the week. Looks really nice. It doesn't look so hot in the picture, but it's really a lovely fireplace. And when it gets all lacquered and I take another picture, you'll see what I mean. This is where the people gave the eulogies right there. And right in front there were about 4 rows of folding chairs. That was the chapel for the mortuary. Pretty small mortuary in 1904.